Hi, I'm Matt Finney.
And I'm Thomas Hunt.
And this is the Bad News Network. President Joe Biden has taken steps this week to combat COVID in what may be the biggest example of presidential overreach in a long time. Biden announced his intent to impose new vaccine rules on federal workers, large companies, healthcare workers, and government contractors. All of those, including companies with more than 100 people, are required to mandate that employees get vaccinated. Some, but not all, can allow for weekly negative testing if employees choose not to get the vaccine. If they don't, both the company and the individual will be fined significantly. The administration mentioned fines of up to $14,000 per person or more. The Biden administration plans to invoke the Defense Production Act, which is a wartime measure that makes companies manufacture supplies. In this case, it's the production of rapid testing. He also plans to force entertainment venues to require proof of vaccination or negative testing for anyone seeking to enter. Additionally, he wants airlines to double their fines for anyone not wearing masks. The administration has acknowledged already that this can all be challenged in the courts, but said in essence that they want to be able to cover employers forcing employees to comply by saying the federal government said it was okay. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Whether you agree with it or not, these things are going to set a precedent for the administration's actions in the future.
In a brief interview with former Trump and advisor Jason Miller, Miller hinted that Trump may or may not be considering running for president again. The likelihood, he said, was between 99 and 100%. I know, it's not much to go on, but doesn't that leave it open for a possibility? Seriously though, that is the most Trump answer he could have given. Trump himself has not come out and said he's going to run, but has alluded to it in a number of interviews, saying that the people will be very happy with an announcement he's going to make. This may take many pro-Trump people feeling all giddy in their britches, but according to experts, this could cause trouble for the Republican candidates. If Trump does decide to run again, that puts actual qualified candidates on the back burner in the Republican Party. Personally, I'm not up for 12 years of complete morons in office. Someone needs to convince Trump he needs to get in the space race with the billionaires. Then again, I'd vote for the devil himself if he promised to deliver on term limits for Congress. So my vote's still up in the air, I guess.
The recall of Gary Newsome is getting closer as the votes will be cast on September 14th. Looking to replace him is Larry Elder, the leading Republican candidate. This week, on a scheduled tour of Venice, California, Elder no sooner stepped off his bus when he was assaulted with eggs by a woman in a gorilla mask. Elder's security quickly moved him back onto the bus and got him away from a mob of assailants. While politicians being assaulted by people that don't agree with them is nothing new, we can't help but notice the hypocrisy of the media during this story. Little has been mentioned of the event, but here's how I imagine it would play out if the politic leanings were reversed. Racist, right extremist, and gorilla mask assaults black politician by hurling projectiles. Instead, crickets. Mainstream media continues to pick and choose what it reports to further its narratives. But that's why we're here. Elder, for his part, doesn't seem to be deterred by the incident, although he did say that the thought of getting hit with more eggs didn't make him ecstatic.
Watch out, Delta. There's a new variant in town. Who? Mu. A variant tracking project team from Scripps Research has reportedly identified a new COVID-19 variant. They are calling it the Mu variant. The World Health Organization has declared it a variant of interest, although it's not being labeled as a threat just yet. The research team found the number of people in Illinois between the months of April and August containing this variant. The sample size represents less than 0.5% of the cases in the state, so there's no need to rush for alarm just yet. That being said, the Biden administration announced it will take some precautions by forcing people into their homes for the next 16 years, making everybody wear full biohazard suits and changing the title from president to emperor. You know, the little stuff. Safety first. 4 activists for the Hong Kong pro-democracy group were arrested this week, but it wasn't for organizing the city's Tiananmen Square vigil. Hong Kong police ordered the group to submit their personal info, information about other group members, as well as meeting notes. The activists are part of the Hong Kong Alliance in support of patriotic democratic movements of China, or Hakka Despendenek. They've been arrested on charges saying that they are violating the national security laws that China implemented. International Joke and CCP puppet Carrie Lam condemned the group, saying that the police had every right to demand the information from them. The group had filed a judicial challenge saying that the police had no grounds to either arrest or demand information from them, so naturally they were arrested. And so it continues to go in Hong Kong. There are still those fighting to return to Hong Kong to a democracy. China continues to attempt to stamp out those voices and demand that they lay down their values. Those people continue to stand and say, Hong Kong, get some.
And finally, in Florida news, 52-year-old Gino Polisi. Holy shit, another Polisi? Good God. 52-year-old Gino Polisi was not about to be outdone by his cousin Ralph, who we reported on last month for embezzling millions from the University of South Florida. Instead, he decided to rob at least 60 sets of keys from a local dealership in Boynton Beach. Of all the cars on the lot, Gino decided to take off in a 2005 GMC Sierra pickup. But he didn't stop there. He also made off with a 45-inch Samsung TV, 2 Dell laptops, and $3,000 worth of wrenches, screwdrivers, and pliers. That's a grip. Truck withstanding, it's estimated that he fled with roughly $5 grand worth of merchandise. Police spotted him driving around town and began to pursue. Polisi wasn't going down without a fight, however, or at least a long drive. Eventually, the pursuit was called off because police said he was driving at too high speeds and weaving in and out of traffic. Without police following him, Gino crashed his truck into an office building and fled the scene. It was only a little while later that police found him standing on a stranger's porch pretending to grill. That's it, Gino. Blend in, act natural. Police then grilled him on the incident, but Gino refused to talk. Well, he's going away with his cousin now on charges of burglary, grand theft auto, and criminal mischief. With Polisi behind bars, he did finally have this to say. When it comes to crime, don't say G no, say G yes. And with that, I'm Matt Finney.
And I'm Thomas Hunt.
And this is the Bad News Network. Our news is at least as bad as the news you're getting already, and take a great weekend, guys, and remember that we do have a wonderful country. And as always, you can get 25% off by using code BNN at rangerup.com. Have a good one, guys.